Okay, so we continue with it. Yeah, so the question remains, how long is a cubic? Is that over 10? Yes, let's read it quickly.
It's not clear, that's why.
It's not clear. Let's read it.
Have them make a chest of acacia wood, 2.5 cubic long, a cubic and half wide, a cubic and half high. That's all.
Another version for us.
What is NIV?
Okay, let's do another version. Because we have
Revised Standard Version and see.
okay. Don't we have anything like the length of 2 arms? That's like 2 feet.
2 to 510. The Revised Standard Version says, it seems like that one. No? Verse 10, it says, they shall make an ark of acacia wood, 2 cubic and half shall be its length. A cubic and half is spread, and a cubic and half is height. That's the Revised Standard Version.
Okay. So I think this one was the measurement thing. Okay. Let's leave this one. I think this one we did the convection. It's not direct. Yeah, because I think I've seen the inch and I've seen the foot there, giving us the distance. And it's the same thing we used to do this one. When you go to this particular slide, you get to see that we have done the convection like this. You can see that we have done the 30 cubit into feet and into meters. So I think it was the same thing that we did the convection to place it today. And if you look at Noah's Ark, for instance, it was the same thing that was done to Noah's Ark too. We did a convection of Noah's Ark, where you have the it's been splitted into various forms. Okay. So when you look here too, we were able to put it down to other feet and the measurement too. So I think it's the same thing that was done here. Okay. Let's continue. What was used to carry the table? What was used to carry the table? Verse 28.
The poles.
The
poles.
The poles, okay. What was to be placed on the tabernacle table at all times? At all times, what was to be placed on the tabernacle table?
The presence.
What? The
bread of the presence.
The bread of the presence, okay. Beside the center lamp, how many branches did the tabernacle lampstand have? How many branches did the tabernacle lampstand have? According to verse, yes. How many?
Six.
It was 6.
6 branches.
6.
Okay, 6 branches. The cups on the lampstand were to be shaped like dash flowers. Were to be shaped like what type of flower?
Almond flowers.
Almond flowers. How many lamps were there on the tabernacle lampstand? How many lamps?
7.
7? Are you sure? Why not 6? Because you said 6 here. So why are you saying
the question was beside the center
Very
lampstand.
good. So beside the center, that means that there's already one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Beside the one, it will give you what? 7. Okay, good. Good one. Chapter 26. Chapter 26. How many curtains of finely twisted linen were used for the tabernacle tent?
10. 10.
You said 10.
Yes.
Are you sure it's 10? Read it well.
make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen,
Okay.
and blue, purple, and
Yeah.
scarlet yarn with
Okay.
cherubims worked into them by a skilled craftsman.
Okay. All the tabernacle linen curtains were to be dash by dash cubit. Uh-huh.
Yeah, how do you know?
Oh, yeah, how do you say? The length
Because of
of
yeah,
sanity shall be dash
20. Okay, what's it? 28. So I'll take the 28 times 4.
28 cubit. Okay, so you take the 28 times 4 because you have the 28 cubit. So that means that across side, 4-sided, 28, 28, 28. I don't know whether you get it, the times 4. Because it was a rectangle. The
Yes.
tabernacle was a rectangle. 2 sides were equal. Is that not so? The length
Yes.
were all equal, the breadth were all equal. So 28, that's how the whole thing seems like. The tabernacle linen curtains were made of purple, scarlet, and dash color. What other color was there? The curtains.
Blue.
You said
Blue.
blue, 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 blue.
Blue.
Okay. How many goat hair curtains were used in the tabernacle? We've already have it coming, so don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue. How many and how much of goat hair curtains was left to hang over the back of the tabernacle? Verse 12. Yes. At the back of the tabernacle, how much of the goat hair curtains were left?
It was half.
It was half. And do you have half there?
Yes, I have half.
Do you have half on the questions, the possible answers?
Yes, the A is half.
Okay, the A is half. 1/2 is half. Okay. What were the clamps made of that held the goat skin curtains together? What was it made of that held the goat skin together? It was made up of what?
Bronze.
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 Okay.
Bronze.
If you look at it, if they are building, it means that in God's building, a lot of things go into it. Gold, bronze, silver, and stuff. They say, yes, yeah. Yes, if you look at the things, it's to tell us that when Nyame Adumi Ebedi Asofo na yesi asori den na mama yempe the best ni emfanye why. The ram skin covering of the tabernacle was to be dyed what color?
Red.
Red. Okay. What was the final or outer set of curtains that covered the tabernacle? What was the final or outer set of curtains that covered the tabernacle made of? What was it made of according to verse 14?
I can see cows.
Okay, so we have met it earlier. The sea cows. And we say it's called a dolphin.
Dolphin.
The upright frames for the tabernacle were made of dash wood. What wood was that? Verse 15.
Acacia.
Okay. As I said, when it comes to this, acacia seems to be raining. The basis that the tabernacle wood frames were to fit into were made of what? Verse 19. Was made of what?
Silver.
Was made of silver. How many bases were under each wood frame of the tabernacles? How many? Verse 25.
3.
Are you sure it's 3?
8 frames and 6 silver.
Are you sure it's 8? Read everything.
So there will be 8 frames and 16 silver bases, 2 under each.
And the question is talking about the frame. So what would be the answer?
2.
2.
So it will be what? 2.
2.
Because it says that 2 bases under what? 1 frame and the other frame. So that means it's only the 2. We are talking about the bases that will be under each of the wood frame. The what you were saying, the 8 was there shall be 8 frames. So the frame will rather be 8 with bases of silver and 16 bases. 2 bases under 1 frame and 2 bases under another frame. So it was the 2 bases, and I said that each frame. So the answer under each frame. So under each of the frame, it will what? 2, 2, 2, 2. Do you understand it now? How many crossbars were made to hold the frames of the tabernacle together? Verse 26.
5.
5. The frame and crossbars of the tabernacle were to be overlaid with verse 29.
Gold.
Gold. Okay.
Yes.
The curtain that separated the holy place and the most holy place had what embroidered in it? Verse 31. What embroidery was in the curtain? Yes.
Cherubim.
Cherubim. Very good. The curtain that separated the holy place and the most holy place was made of, yes, was made of, hey, the possible answers hasn't come. Yes. Was made of, verse 31.
Fine linen.
Fine.
Twisted linen.
Okay.
Fine. Twisted.
What was put in the most holy place behind the curtain? What was put in the most holy place behind the curtain?
Atonement cover.
Atonement cover. Are you sure? Even atonement cover is not you.
That's what I'm seeing.
You are setting your questions for us.
The Ark of the Testimony.
The Ark of the Testimony. Good. What was put on the north side in the holy place? In the north side of the holy place. Verse 35.
Lamps.
Are you sure? No, it's not about lamp. Look at it closely. at the north side of the holy place.
The table.
A table. It was just a table.
It's confusing though.
And that's as I look at it closely. You see, because it's like a building stuff which we are not used to. So if you don't take your time, you get confused as to what is even happening. But they were okay with it because that was their style of building. What was put on the south side in the holy place? So a table was at the north. What was for the side, the south?
Lampstand.
Lampstand. Okay.
Mm.
The tabernacle was to be made according to the plan Moses had seen. Had seen where? Verse 30. Where did Moses see the plan? For the tabernacle.
On the
On the
mountain.
on the mountain. Good. How many loops were on each of the curtain of the tabernacle? Is it 30, 40, 50, or 60? Yes.
Hello,
50.
Baba.
Hello? Yes. So what was the answer?
50.
50. Okay. God, thank you. Chapter 27. The altar of burnt offering was made of what kind of wood?
Acacia.
That's right. Me sure say nyaka wood krobi and kabekaza case. Because there's a case no ori nipa. The dimensions of the altar of burnt offering were, so look at this one too. Me, I don't know, but I prayed that one day I said a question. Some of these things are not maybe I'm more funny serious. The dimensions of the altar of burnt offering were what? Yeah.
355 cubits.
355 cubic. Very good. Thank you. God bless you. Obi, wouldn't say I'm confused. Send our arriving. Today. My microphone confusing fan.
355.
The 5 cubit long and 5 cubit breadth. Broad. The altar shall be square, and the height shall be 3 cubits.
So then you pick the 553. Is that it?
3.
That's it. Thank you. What was on each of the corners of the altar of burnt offering? The corners, what was there?
A horn.
A horn. Good. Thank you,
Yes,
Mama. The altar of burnt offering was overlaid with what? According to verse.
Bronze.
What?
Bronze.
Good. All of the following were utensils used with the altar of burnt offering, except to make it up. Shovel.
Washing pots.
Washing pot. So let's read and see what is there. Verse 3.
Verse 3. Make all its utensils of bronze. Its pot to remove the ashes, and its shovels, sprinkling bowls, meat fork, and fire pans. Okay.
So we have what? Washing pot wasn't part. Shovel was there to remove what? Ashes. Is that not so? Meat fork to be able to take the meat. Sprinkling bowls. So the washing pot wasn't there. And yet one you could see. Yeah, sorry, then you could change. The altar of burnt offering was to be carried by or on. How was it supposed to be carried?
Post.
You said
Ring and post.
ring and post. Okay. The courtyard around the tabernacle was. Verse 18. The courtyard around the tabernacle was. Hello.
But this one I can, let me try something.
Mama, try.
150.
150.
150 feet.
150.
Me, I calculated the 50 and the 100.
So you are choosing C. Is that so?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, who again? But just say
50 by 100.
50 by 100. So who's supporting Mama?
Hey.
So he said the length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50, and the height 5 cubits, with hanging of fine linen and bases of bronze. So we are going to have 50 and 100 cubits. Mama, bonsema way.
Hey, Matra. This one is local.
It's not, don't worry. I'll buy you. I'll buy you quickly when I come to Accra. Because I am told that last time I have the Akole Shuma last yesterday also. Yeah. The curtains of the country yard were made of. The curtains of the country yard were made of. Verse 9. Oh, what was it made of?
Finely twisted lane.
Finely twisted lane. Okay. Thank you. The basis for the courtyard curtains were made of. So now the curtain of the courtyard was made of what? Finely twisted lane. And this time I said the basis for the courtyard curtains were made of.
Bronze.
Okay, bronze. The curtains for the courtyard were how high? The verse 18. We have met this, the verse 18. We have answered it one part. So the second part has come. When you answer the 100 and the 50, so how high is it? This one, you should just see it because I've given you the
5
5. Yes, Mama, this one I got it wrong because I've given you the clue. So it now becomes 5 because that is the only thing left today. The tent pegs to hold the courtyard curtains were made of
bronze.
So just look at it too. I think the way we are building for God now is not the best.
Papa.
Yes, we have to say the truth. I think it's not the best. Because if you are looking at the things that are being used to build for the Lord, then we are not
joking.
Yeah.
They will complain that it will be expensive, so you shouldn't go that way.
The National Cathedral.
And then we say comedy, I'm also National Cathedral. Okay, let's continue. What was to be burned in the lamp in the tent of meeting? What was to be burnt in there? Verse 20.
Olive oil.
Okay. Who was responsible for keeping the light of the tent of meeting burning? Okay. Who was responsible for keeping the light of the tent of meeting burning?
Aaron and his
sons.
Aaron and his sons.
So the light is supposed to be bent every time. The entrance of the courtyard was on what side? The entrance of the courtyard was on what side?
East.
The east.
Okay. Chapter 28. All of the following were sons of Aaron, who were to be praised before the Lord, except who? Mhm.
Who?
Okay.
Said who?
Who was this guy? Who was he? Mhm. What can you say about him? Mhm.
So who and Aaron supported the hands of Moses when
Good, that is
they were
one.
at war? Yeah.
Clap for yourself. Then another work of him, something else that he also did. Yes, that is one. That is a good one. Aaron and who held his hand whilst they were fighting so that victory would be theirs. And again,
Yes.
what fancy today we have read about him. There's a question we
Yeah.
have answered about him. What did we say about
He was supposed to take over when he and Aaron was supposed to take charge when Moses went up for the.
So they were supposed to judge the people whilst Moses
Yeah.
went and Joshua went up. Is that not so? Good. That is a
Yes.
wonderful one. God bless you. The sacred garments were made for the priest to give them. Mhm. Why were they putting on that sacred garment?
Dignity and honor.
Dignity and
And
honor.
honor.
Okay.
Substances of glory and beauty.
Glory and beauty.
Glory and beauty.
That means you are using what? RSVP.
Mhm.
Okay. This is good. What's the name? NIV.
NIV.
Dignity and honor.
So please, let's all get the NIV. I beg you. Okay. All of the following were listed as special clothes made by wise craftsmen for the priest, except, so which one was in part?
Sandals.
Uh-huh. Which one was in part? Sandals.
Sandals.
The ephod was made up of all of the following colors, except which one?
Silver.
You said?
So
Silver.
Silver. Okay. 2 stones of dash were to be worn on the apron, like the outer vest on the priest's shoulder. Which type of stones are they supposed to be?
Onyx.
Onyx.
and
Onyx.
Okay.
onyx.
What was to be engraved on the 2 shoulder pieces on the priestly apron? What was supposed to be engraved on it?
Names of the
The names
12
of the
sons of
12 tribes of Israel.
Okay. The breastplate was to have how many stones on it?
12.
12.
Okay. Let me see to this. Just a minute. The 2 upper ranks of the breastpiece were to fasten to dash. What were they to fasten to? Verse 25. Mhm. Mhm.
Shoulder piece of the ephod.
Shoulder piece of the ephod. Good.
Good.
The lower gold rings of the ephod, that's the outer vest, were to be connected to. The lower gold rings were supposed to be connected to what?
Front of the shoulder pieces of the ephod.
Come again. You said what? The gold rings lower. It was supposed to be connected to what?
The effort.
The apron.
The effort.
The waistband.
20.
The breastpiece was worn over Aaron's heart, head, stomach, lions.
Hat.
Hat.
That breastplate is the hat.
Okay. What was put inside the breastpiece?
Urim and Thummim.
Okay. Thank you, Papa. The breastplate was used for what was it used for? He said,
The memorial of the covenant.
memorial of the covenant. It was making decisions. So when he put on the breastplate, he goes before God to take decisions for your people. Let's read the verse 29 just to get it all.
Whenever one enters the holy place, he will bear names of the sons of Israel over his heart on the breastplate piece of decisions as a continual memorial before the Lord.
So as a decision, do you get it? As a decision. Okay. What was engraved on the stones on the breastplate?
The names of the sons of Israel.
The names of the sons of Israel. The robe was to be made entirely of what color?
Blue.
Blue. Okay. What were attached to the bottom hem of the praise robe in blue, scarlet, and purple colors? What was attached to it?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
Okay. What gold objects were to be attached to the hem of the praise robe?
Bells.
Bells. Why do you think bells were attached to it? Why bells?
So that in case he goes to the most holy place and
does not come
active over a period, they will know that he's gone. In case he has
Okay, thank you. On the priest turban was fastened a gold plate, which read,
Holiness to the Lord.
Holiness to the Lord. Okay. After Aaron was robed with the priestly garment, Moses was to dash and ordain and concentrate him as a priest. What was Moses?
Anoint.
Okay. So does it mean that in our ordination we have to put anointing oil on people? Anyway, we discuss it another time. When were the priestly garments to be worn? When?
All the time.
All the time.
Are you sure?
No, the way you read it, say Aaron and his sons must wear whenever they enter the tent of meeting or approach the altar to minister in the holy place, so that they will incur guilt and die.
So what is the answer?
So
Whenever the priest went into the tent of meeting.
The
Yes,
meeting of tent, okay.
because that's what you
Oh.
just said. All the time means that even when you're at home, you should be wearing it.
Mm.
Right.
But when they're on duty, then they wear it. Okay, so we will try to end here instead of going to chapter 29. We are left with just about some few minutes on it, and then we'll also be having church service tomorrow. So we'll pause here and then